Are you a little bit worried because the Betta you have now looks nothing like the Betta you got a couple months ago or even a few weeks ago? Don't worry, in this video, I've got you covered. Betta fish transformations. For a lot of people, this is just a completely normal thing, but to others, this is a very new concept that often goes completely unnoticed by most and ends up really freaking them out when they think something is totally wrong with their Betta. If your Betta has been changing, maybe he was white and he's starting to put on some red, or maybe he's a koi Betta but his colors have been changing, maybe he's more blue now or more red, or he's putting on new colors and you're kind of freaking out because you're wondering, what in the world is happening? I'm here to tell you that that is completely normal. Yes, it is completely normal. It is 100% okay if your Betta starts to change colors, and actually, it's something that you should be looking for. When a Betta is stressed, their colors become very, very dull. They can get something called stress stripes, so there will be stripes through their body in their coloring, and they will overall, even if they seem pretty healthy in the store, they are not even half as vibrant as they are supposed to be. So when you take them home and you have a beautiful tank, maybe a 5 or 10 gallon that's all planted up and heated, keep in mind heating is extremely important for Betta fish. Very important. They're tropical fish. They need 75 to 80 degree Fahrenheit water. Anything cooler than that, like they have in the pet store in those little cups, and they're just going to be completely stressed and sick. But really all it takes sometimes is warmth. I was talking with someone and she was telling me about how she went to the pet store, she got a Betta who was faded and had stress stripes, and all she did was put him in her car on the dashboard, and she turned on the heat in her car. Stress stripes went away and her Betta started getting more vibrant, and she hadn't even taken him home yet and put him in the tank, so I can't even imagine how beautiful he was after that. If you have done this and your Betta is starting to change, that is amazing. That is fantastic. I have seen so many Betta fish transformations over my years that it really is incredible. I have so many pictures of not only my Bettas, but of other people's Bettas, other friends' Bettas that they have sent me. And the difference is absolutely incredible. I'm just going to scroll a few here for you so that you can see just how amazing some of these are. This is something to be proud of. This means that you are taking really good care of your Betta, that he is happy, and that he is thriving. And that is something to be very, very, very proud of. So there is your answer. But before we end this video, I wanted to give you a few little bonus topics. So number one, if your Betta isn't experiencing as big of a transformation as you wanted, what are some things that you can do? Well, number one, like I said before, make sure the tank is natural, is at least 5 gallons in size, and doesn't have tank mates that are stressing him out. Preferably, I don't like to have tank mates in the tank at all because in my experience, a lot of them have ended up nipping my Betta's fins, so I feel like just having your Betta alone by himself is going to give him the happiest life. Bettas, especially male Bettas, they're loners. They don't need other tank mates in their tank, they really don't, unless you get a unique one, because sometimes Bettas are different, and some will prefer company, but most won't. So if you want your Betta to be more vibrant, number one, make sure he has a very natural environment that is preferably without company or mean company that will nip his fins, and make sure that the tank is heated. Also, check his diet. Are you giving him flakes and pellets? It's not completely ideal. I highly recommend the Omega Frozen Carnivore Mix. It has bloodworms, mysis, shrimp, and brine shrimp, and you can thaw a little bit every day and feed him some. Some people strongly advise against this. They talk about how it can make your Betta fish fat and how it can make them unhealthy, but I've been feeding my Betta fish nothing but that, a few pinches every day for over a year, and they're absolutely gorgeous and vibrant. Neither of them have been overweight, neither of them have been fat. This may be a little TMI, but their poops have been regular, and that is a really big issue with the flakes and the pellets. Your Betta can become very constipated because it's just straight up dry. Even if you're buying your fish freeze-dried, mysis shrimp or freeze-dried bloodworms, it's not the same. It's not going to keep things moving. It's dry. They can become dehydrated and constipated, and that can lead to a whole other issues. I like to think of what a Betta would have in a natural habitat, and when I look at the back of a flake and pellet box, I feel like they wouldn't be hunting and eating red dyes, wheat, fish oil, fillers, just all kinds of stuff. As you move away from the flakes and pellets, your Betta will actually become more vibrant because he's eating what he's supposed to eat. I found that after a while of feeding my Betta this frozen mix, they would reject any flakes or pellets that I tried to give them afterwards. They just eat and spit it out, so I threw them away. I felt like, you know what, the Bettas know what they want, so give your Betta a chance and give him some frozen food. Now we are going to address why your Betta may be taking a transformation in the wrong way. So what I mean is, maybe your Betta's colors were vibrant, but they're actually kind of fading, and he may be looking a little bit sick. A good and beneficial transformation is when your Betta goes from dull and kind of colorless to extremely vibrant and healthy and active. But if your Betta seems to be kind of going in the opposite direction and his colors are duller than before, maybe he's kind of losing some color, you definitely want to look into that. That's not usually a good sign. Sometimes it can just be a sign that they're aging, so keep that in mind. Some Bettas, as they age and they slow down, their colors aren't going to be as vibrant anymore. I've noticed that with Alexander. He used to have a lot of blue in him and he was a little more vibrant, and now he's just a slightly more dull orange and red. I truly believe it's just because he's aging, and he's also dealing with a tumor, which obviously I can't do anything about. It is unfortunately prone to a lot of Bettas because of crossbreeding, especially the ones with the marbling gene like Alexander has. So if your Betta is going through something like that or is aging, that could be one of the reasons why he is losing his color and becoming more dull. If you don't think any of those are the reasons why your Betta is paler or seems to be kind of taking a turn for the worse and is losing his color, then try to see if there's anything in his tank that is stressing him out. If a Betta becomes stressed, their colors will pale and they can become more susceptible to disease. So make sure any stressors are taken out completely. Some examples of this would be a Betta fish mirror or a Betta buddy. Those are terrible ideas. I don't know who recommended putting those into the tank, keeping them in the tank, and even having products where you can buy them and put them in the tank, but it's just a terrible idea. Don't do it. Don't do it. It will stress your Betta out. I think you'd be pretty stressed if you looked in the corner of your room and you just saw a hooded man just standing there all the time. I mean, with a gun. I mean, wouldn't you be, I don't know, a little bit stressed too? I would. And if a Betta sees a competitor, his reflection rival, he's going to be stressed all the time. So yes, you can flash a mirror to your Betta just every now and then, maybe once every couple weeks, just as an exercise. That's totally fine, but to keep it in the tank is gonna stress him the heck out. Just don't do it. I hope this video helped you. If your Betta is becoming more vibrant and his fins are growing fuller and he's putting on new color, that is amazing. I'm so happy, and I'm so glad that now you know it's totally fine. Your Betta is not sick. It's a completely natural thing for your Betta to undergo complete transformation, and I am so happy that your Betta has a warm and loving home. If your Betta is fading in color, then I do hope that you find out what is causing it. Maybe there are some stressors, or maybe his tank needs to be warmer. Either way, just watch your Betta, kind of sit by his tank as you make adjustments, watch and see. You will be back to his healthy self in no time. And with that said, if you are new here and you're not a member of the Betta family, consider hitting subscribe and heading to the description to join my free Facebook group, the Betta Fish Forum, where you can share all things Betta and meet other Betta fish enthusiasts like yourself. That is all for today. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. God bless, and I will see you soon.